15th hour of the recording session. Now, probably after this hour, I'll be going offline on Steam. Um, Mainly because just like I don't like for a lot of these games, I've been going through Steam. The only one that I haven't gone through Steam for was like NR because well, that's not on Steam. So yeah, it's kind of hard to go through Steam on a game that's not on Steam exactly. Though to be fair, if it was on Steam, then that would be good, because then like pretty much like the community would be there again, and and because just like that's the thing that sucks about it. It's just like now a lot of the online community is dying out. Uh, um, Unfortunately, because just like I do kind of like racing online, and except for the fact that of when there's drama saying like, hey, you weren't you're even though you're new, you're supposed to be very very good, or uh, when just like there was when they don't even know what happened, and they blame you for something, and like seriously, uh, with me, I was like driving, looking at the gears a little bit, and and then when my car just went, when my car just went around, like when my car just starts, it's rapidly slowing down, and I just, and then just like somebody gets into me from behind. It's just like, what the heck? Like, what happened? And and then just like I saw a gear, well, something go like really towards the bottom. So it's just like, oh shoot, my engine blew. Oh, for some odd reason. Um, and so yeah, I literally had a random blow up. Because I'm pretty sure there were people that were drafting longer than me, and they didn't blow up either. Only I did. And and then also I was getting blamed immediately for blowing up. It's like, there was no indication, and there was literally no indication of me blowing up, until after pretty much I rapidly slowed down and did it. So, um, but as for why I need to go offline, we're pretty much taking the modem back in to see if like maybe we can get a new modem. Because just again, all honesty, our like the modem is like starting to get bad at least because like it's now starting to at least it was starting to drop us off at the time that this was recorded. So um, now if it now after it may not, but oh well. No, that's also one reason why I kind of like recording over live streaming, and because I don't have to worry about internet. Like if the internet is like if the internet goes out, it's not just like, oh shoot, well I probably should redo it. If internet goes out, it's just like, oh well, I guess I should pause the recording and do a different thing, because it clearly won't do it. Uh, Really, all it means is just that I can't like play golf with friends. Really, that's pretty much it. Cause like golf with friends, it needs to be online for some odd reason. Like that's the one thing I hate about golf with friends. It's just like even in offline mode, you have to be online. And like if you're not online to anything, it will literally just not count. Uh, she silently stared at me. I better ignore her. Yeah, I probably should have been ignoring the text on screen either. See you down there then. Um, I left the roof in a hurry. I don't know why, but I could feel her lingering gaze on my back, all the way to the classroom. Um, of course. Uh, Break time. And then I also believe that most likely the girls would have like a locker room on this one, because just like at least in a lot of animes and visual novels, it's like the girls usually have like a locker room to change in, and the guys just change in the classroom. Um, though to be fair, just like I guys really don't care a lot. Like that's just how it is. Uh, uh, at least usually um, and then just so I'm not sure where I was going with that. Uh, uh, I was called to the faculty office. While I'm at school, I try to avoid attracting attention or provoking the judgment of my peers. Of course, that involves a bit of effort outside of everyone's line of sight. But due to my frequent skipping, I'm occasionally called out by the teacher. I didn't bother putting effort into the pop quiz yesterday, so now my math teacher's out for blood. He's got that passion for education thing going on. He's Mr. Niles! Good to see he has Mr. Niles in in his school. You always need a Mr. Niles in your school. Oh. Uh. Uh. Um. Yeah. I don't care that I referenced him. He was actually a very good teacher in all honesty. Uh. uh I've always thought you'd do. I always thought you would do much better if you only tried harder. No, I tried pretty hard. Uh. Yeah. This sounds like Mr. Niles. Oh. This is yesterday's pop quiz. You answered these wrong on purpose, didn't you? Of course not. Whatever, just try to answer these questions. There's a worksheet lying on the teacher's messy desk. He tapped his finger over the logistic curve on the paper. Yes, that's what math teachers do. They don't tap, they tap in a logistic curve or some type of equation. Like they tap the graph of an equation. That's what they do. That's how they tap. Uh, he clearly didn't know that, I guess. What, right now? Hurry up, think of this as review. Looks like neglecting the quiz was a bad call. Alright, I'll do it. I held the pencil and gazed at the questions. This goes like this. This is really easy for you, isn't it? The teacher was staring at me like a hawk, observing my every move. Don't stare at me like, what? The lead snapped. Well, just like, the desk is a little bumpy, don't you think? If one to look closely, one would notice the many small holes in the desk along with countless scratches. Well, it is a teacher's desk after all. It serves me, it served, it's served me well these long years. Oh, come on, it's just a desk. Trying to write on these things messes up the characters. And look right here, it's even made me tear a hole in the paper. Stop, jabbing and hurry up and do your work. Sorry, stop gabbing. Hurry up and do your work. Break time's over. Even then, the math teacher wouldn't let me go. Then again, it wasn't all bad. Compared to my job, school is heaven. Yeah, probably, because just like he doesn't have to worry about, controlling the people in the correct way so they can do what he wants them to do. He just has to do things, and that's why I kind of game design and school. Cause just like with game design, I can just do whatever I want. Like I can just with game design, I just control how I want it to be, and that's pretty much it. After that, I just after I control it how I want it to be, I just once I'm done with the product, and like once I'm satisfied with it, I will release it. Um, if it's by myself, I will release it once I am happy with the work that I've put into it and the work that I've done on it. Uh, However, if it was like for a company, eh, it's just like give a deadline, do everything, well, plan out some things, and then just like I kind of worry about things elsewhere, and then just uh, like I would kind of be doing like a minimalist thing at the start, so it's just like, okay, here's a very small thing, here's a big thing. Well, here's the start, and then the end is not like far away, and then as we do some of the things, kind of just like start extending out, like changing it so that the ending and is like further and further away. That way, if we just like don't are running out of time and don't have something done, we can actually get it out without worrying too much about it. Uh, that's the kind of person I am, in all honesty. Um, okay. Uh, Oh, after school was over, I crept over to the lab equipment storage room. It's usually locked, but a teacher let me borrow the key once, and I secretly made a duplicate. Yes! The loopholes. Uh, this is Iachi's and my territory. More your territory, though, because Iachi is just a puppet you control. Well, like, seriously? You guys will see what I mean now. Let the secret club activities begin. Yachi was in the hall waiting for permission to enter the room. Bees. Is flying honey making insects. Babies. Uh, Procedural potency fruits of my loins. Rabies. Sorry, very scary. Wannabes. Yeah. And thoughts the password check was complete. Okay, so he literally just says like one word, and then he says something's responding to it. That makes no sense. Very well. You may enter. Uh, it's been a long time, God. Yes, it's been half a year. Mm. Now we met last month. Kind of forgetful. Kind of a forgetful deity, ain't ya? How rude. My time is infinite, and therefore my concept of time isn't as specific as yours. Oh, I apologize, God. Of course. There's logic. The etching note in front of me. Yes, this guy's God. We already should know this because he will be able to control everybody in the world. Uh, uh, I can kind of see that if this was real life, it would kind of be like the real God maybe just like trying to use like puppet strings on him. Then he's using puppet strings on everybody else, so that he thinks he's controlling everyone else, but he's really being controlled by like a god up or something like that. Like just for those that believe in it. Like I kind of would find that kind of funny if that was actually the case. It's like though to be fair, this is a visual novel, so like nothing in it is real. And also don't try anything that's in this novel. Uh, or well, in any case, don't you shouldn't be trying to do what you see in like anime and visual novels, because most likely it won't translate over to real life that well. It'll probably end up with you in jail or something, and like along those lines. But seriously, Lord, that headpiece is tasteless as crap. Silence Immortal, you're the one who made me wear this in the first place. Wait, really? If you feign eagerness, gods will become wrathful. I sincerely apologize. Every time I come come to thee. You've given a and I'll never get my debt to you. Yes, the fact that you can enjoy this existence is all thanks to me. Right, you're the one who gave me Miss Noriko's phone number, God. Wait, how did he even get her phone number? Wait, uh, I guess he could have just asked, but wait. Uh, did he really do something as simple as just ask? Uh, yes. You were also the one who told me Miss Noriko liked to drink. I'm glad you understand. But why on earth can't I seal the deal with her? Because you are ignorant of what you lack, and that you go keep lying to her. That's your problem? Yes, that too. It's completely and utterly your problem. Well, um, whatever, I'm gonna cut to the chase. I have a new request. Sure, let's hear it. There's nothing I can't do. Yechi lowered his head. Someone's cramping my style. How tragic. It is simply human nature that one cannot avoid hating another. Actually, no. Frankly, I know that me and someone else, at least, we don't, like, hate anybody. If anything, we just strongly dislike them, but, like, we don't hate a person specifically. Uh, oh. So, yeah, like, in all honesty, I don't, that's not really, like, something that can be understood, really. Uh, that freaking girl, she stomped all over my love with her dirty feet. Oh, that's truly unforgivable. Yes, God, please visit your judgment upon her and bring down the mighty hammer of retribution. No problem. What's her name? Kanon. Who? Azai Kanon. Hey, wait a minute. What's wrong, God? You've always been there to give me a dirty trick when I needed one. Yes, but this is completely different. Yes, exactly. You taught me how to peek into the girls' bathroom without getting caught. How to eat in the classroom without getting caught. How to sneak into the faculty office without getting caught. Hold it right there. No, I've just had it. If it wasn't for her, Noriko would have been mine a long time ago. Don't go and say that your problems are due to her. She just goes. The only thing she does is just draw attention to your problems. That's it. You have the problems entirely yourself. Oh, come on, you're projecting here. Besides, Kanon is my... God is God, isn't he? He's the one and only. God can't have a sister. Yep. Yep. No, actually, technically, he probably could, in all honesty. Uh, just because God is God, doesn't mean he doesn't have a sister, because, in all honesty, he could theoretically have, like, if there was, like, a real God, for those that don't believe in it, so if you guys do believe in it, and I will just say it like he's real, but basically, uh, in theory, God would technically be able to have a sister, or, cause just like nobody ever says that the sister has the exact same powers, and if God wants to create life, theoretically he could create a sister for himself. Of of as for so that would make sense. It's technically he actually is wrong here in that God could directly have a sister. Or even if God is God, like the one and only, he could theoretically create a sister if nothing else. Else, and then, just, as for why he would create the sister, that's beyond me and beyond my thoughts. But but that's one problem with the Ieyachi. Like he doesn't think. Like, I, though to be fair, I don't think that I thought about that the first time. I believe that was a new thing that came to mind, and this time around. Uh, looks like he's going to get his revenge one way or the other. Cool it down. Canon may be a spoiled brat, but she's not a bad person. Eh? Don't me. Ah. Don't me either. What are you, an infant? We already know this. He has the mind of an infant. And even Jordan's better. Because Jordan has the mind of a ninth grader. Or despite being in college. Which, he has the mind. He's in high school and has the mind of an infant. We already know this. Yes, you don't need to ask that. Damn, there's no point in acting cute in front of you. I already know what you're like. So you won't really help me out no matter what? No. Grr, fine then, you bastard. I like that face. Anyways, this one I didn't notice the face the first time because just like I wasn't really paying attention to down here. I was more paying attention to like the CG and the words. Alright, me and Jared, God has better things to do. Yes, exactly. After putting the coon hat on the rack in my makeshift dressing room, on the rack in my makeshift dressing room, I walked out into the hall. I can't believe you're so heartless. Revenge isn't a good thing. Yeah, Iachi, why don't you go and look at Hamlet? Uh, uh, I believe. Well, Hamlet's the one example I know that revenge isn't good. And, mm, what else? Like, I, um, um, I'm not sure. Or, cause, like really, Hamlet's the only thing I have outside, yeah. Cause Romeo and Juliet, that wasn't revenge, and that was more, like, uh, like, two, teenagers, are pretty much thinking they were in love and ultimately killing, like, I know at least 4 people. Oh, I think it's like 4, it's 4 or 6, it's 6 or 4, um, I know of at least 4, I believe it's 6 though, so, uh, Macbeth, that's not really revenge either, er, 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 that's more just like, okay, if you shouldn't be, like one person shouldn't be in like absolute power, or cause then he has this, uh, well then then they become, crazy, I guess. That's what's power, or, so, or, Skype, get out of here. I don't care. Er, that's the one thing. Um, and Yachi looked like he wanted to spit on the floor. If it's a girl you want, I can always introduce you to another one. No, unless she's older than me, graduated from post-secondary school, and makes more than 10 mil a year, I don't want her. Oh please, that's utterly impossible. No, it wouldn't be that impossible. The only problem would be I would have to use my other non-student persona to introduce him to such a woman. Yeah. This is boring. Let's go to the arcade. About that, well, you're not honestly going to pretend you're busy. See, when I know you're just heading to the Central Boulevard to pick up girls all night, are you? Not this time. I promised to meet up with Tsubaki. Huh? Who cares? Just pretend like you forgot, like you always do. We're gonna buy CDs together. We were together yesterday. You know, this could be the scenario of brand new love. Like you really care about Tsubaki, like seriously. Oh, for that. Oh, for uh, that's precisely the problem with you daydreaming horn dogs. Like you're one to talk. He at least goes with girls his own age, and he also goes and thinks of, and he also could probably get more girls than you. Uh, how many times have you gone on a date with Miss Noriko? Oh yeah, none. How many times has he gone on a date, or something that could be called a date? I know of at least one time. Um, he probably has gone on like 50 dates. You've gone on none with Miss Noriko. So you just shut up. You have nothing to talk about. Come on, a promise is a promise. That too. You BS all day long, then you turn around and act like some main character with an unbreakable moral code. I want to beat you up sometimes. That's actually rather satisfying. Yeah, it's always good to annoy the one person that is so irritating. Give them a taste of their own medicine. And, um, and that's unfortunate with me. I know I can't do that with Jordan. Mm. As much as I would want to do it with Jordan, I unfortunately cannot because just like he probably wouldn't care. Though to be fair, like the three, me, Jordan, and Keyblade, I think the three of us, it's kind of just like the point that if you like insult us, we all just kind of like laugh with you, and like agree with you, uh, cause in all honesty, like if you go and say like an insult to us, like it it just doesn't work. Cause it's just like I'm pretty sure the insult goes over Jordan's head. With me, I usually will just agree with you. Uh, as well as like uh Keyblade. So yeah. Oh yeah. See you tomorrow. Seems the school's opinion of me meets my expectations. I'm gonna go home to find comfort in my bunny. Oh, so he actually had a bunny. Oh, so he's not lying about his house being a zoo. If I maintain this light, others will begin to see it as the truth. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, so he doesn't have the bunny. Eh. Uh, but why exactly would you have the bunny? Eh, if you like, why would you say you have a bunny if you didn't have the bunny? And why would you want her to come over if you didn't see the bunny? If you didn't have the bunny? Because, like, seriously, she could have figured out that this is like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Um, oh, and then just leave because you didn't have the bunny. It's like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, at least have what you're saying. And that's kind of like why I don't lie, because just like I know that if I'm caught, it could cause like really big trouble for me later on. So, uh, though, though, like I guess, like if it's hide and seek at like on like the Minecraft thing that I was doing for a while, or on TOS, those are like the only times I lie. Uh, so yeah, it's just like in pretty much if it's in a game where knowing where people are is like uh is like a good thing, then yeah, I don't mind. I will just fire. Like I will just go boom 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 boom. Like I would just like it just doesn't matter to me. So uh When I came upon Central Boulevard, the streets were already illuminated by the endless rows of neon lights. It would appear that I'm a bit late. Pushing back the suffocating crowd, I walked towards the class lapis lazuli. Uh, Welcome, table for one. The waiter greeted me with a single finger raised. No, someone's waiting for me. As I glanced around the cafe, I realized I couldn't find Tsubaki. Excuse me, did a girl wearing the Juga Seki uniform stop by? The waiter tilted his head a bit. She carries her diary around everywhere. Ah, yes, I remember. Indeed, she was here. Did she already leave? I saw her with I saw a man with her. They left together just a short while ago. What? Don't tell me. What was the man like? He walked to every girl who had lent him an ear, wore a black jacket, very big and very tall. Yep, a con artist. You probably saw Tsubaki as an easy target. Generally, artists won't immediately bring their prey into their office. Instead, they'll talk with girls in some place with a nice atmosphere like this cafe, try to measure them up. She's a naive girl. At the best, he wants to work, at best, he wants her to work at his hostess bar. At worst, he wants her in an apartment. Uh, Even though I had just arrived, I immediately left. There were 4 operational and talent agencies of varying size along Central Boulevard. All of them under the protection of Azai Gunzo's operation. Of course, they all know what the Azai Corporation is. Even though I don't want to resort to this, I really have no choice. I doubt on myself. This is kind of call from the Azai Corporation. Has your agency been in contact with a girl named Tsubaki in the past few hours? She would be wearing a Jiugai Saki uniform. Um, um, mm. This one I actually went through a lot faster than I expected. Cause in all honesty, I'm actually getting to like the new stuff about an hour before. Cause like, see you tomorrow. That was where that was where I ended last time. So when I hit that point, I was literally like where I ended the 3 hours. It was an hour passed. Ah, Aizen-kun. Tsubaki walked down the stairs of a dark building. The dark stairs of a building. Ah, I found you. It was nearly impossible when you don't carry a cell. Despite being picked up by a corner artist who doesn't seem to be in any bad shape. What happened? I pretended not to notice anything. Well, this magazine photographer said he wanted me to take some photos with him. Oh, not bad. You are pretty cute. Not really, but thank you. The smile almost, that smile almost ended up in a dirty magazine. But you promised me you'll meet me at the coffee shop. You shouldn't go off with strangers. I'm sorry, really sorry. He was just so passionate, and it would have been so sad if I rejected him. And I did want to try and contact you first. But there aren't any phone booths on Central Boulevard, so he said I could use the phone as workplace. Seriously, this girl has absolutely no sense of danger or suspicion. So what about the photographs? Well, they didn't take a single one. I don't know why. But he said that I should go home and respectfully escorted me to the door. Of course, that bastard would be respectful after hearing the Azai family name. I probably just wasn't good enough. No, more like the con artist would be. It's just like the Azai Corporation. Oh shoot! I probably shouldn't mess with this girl. Like seriously. That's most likely what happened actually. At that, I can only crack a wary smile. Ah, forget it. It's no big deal. Let's go get that back CD. Oh yeah, sorry for making you wait. He was more worried because, like, because, like, he didn't know where you were and expected you to be, and he thought you were picked up by a con artist. After we bought everything, we casually strolled along the streets. Aizen-kun, why did you buy 2 of the same CD? You don't know? I'm really sorry, I don't. I explained it as I looked at the 2 CDs. The first is for my collection. I'm never gonna open it. Room decoration only. Wow, you must really like it. The only songs on Xbox Road that I know are Air on the G string, and Toka and Furia. Uh, um, uh, uh, Devil on G string. So now the title's starting to make at least a little bit more sense. Very interesting and idea on it though. Uh, well, those are some of his most famous pieces. This CD is centered around Shakone. And that here's how much I know about Bach. Because if those are some of his most famous pieces, and I don't know anything about them, that pretty much shows that I don't know anything about Bach, or at least pretty much nothing about Bach. Uh, when no, I think actually don't know anything about Bach, because I think the one that cut off their ear to as a gift was like Van Gogh. Uh, they was either Van Gogh or Bach. I believe it was Van Gogh though. And then that person after saying no, just well after the person having said no, just shot himself. Off in the head. Ciccone? To be specific, it's the Partitia number 2 in D minor. It's played exclusively by violin, so it's very hard to put together. A Partitia? And of course you would know nothing about it. I swear she knows nothing about classical music and just said classical as like, hey, I could get some points most likely with him, and no, it's just now he's starting to backfire. There are many versions of this Ciccone, but the most famous is probably the one by Bisconi. But personally, I'm not too hot on that one. Bisconi? Well, Bach's polyphonic compositions are excellent, of course. I do think that some of his works are that hold back a bit or refrain in their complexity and difficulty. Pieces much like Air and Pilg that allow the audience to enjoy the beauty of their melodies have a charm of their own. And yeah, I get you. No, you don't. The French suites are a standing example of this. If we wanted to talk about performers, Leonhardt plays the best harpsichord on those pieces. But you'd have you'll have to give me a little more time to think when it comes to the piano. Wow, really? Even though I've said this much, please don't think of me as a die-hard fan. And I still don't understand the appeal of his church cantatas, for example. How is this not acting like a die-hard fan? Yeah, I can kind of see why it wouldn't be acting like a die-hard fan, but in all honesty, I can see it as well. Oh. Thanks for being with me today. I even got a cute diary. I had a lot of fun. And in the end, what sets Buck apart from the rest is still not done? Oh my god, literally. How is he not done at this point? We arrived at the station before I knew it. Oh crap, I promised Ken that I would watch her this evening. Skipping me out twice in a row would drive her nuts. Really? I'm sorry for keeping you so long. Nah, don't worry. Just a second. I need to take this. It's Ken saying, hey, where the f are you? Go ahead. Is it Canon-chan? I grabbed my phone. Oh, hey, Miki-chan. What's up? Oh, yeah. Really? Well, let's grab some dinner next time, okay? Yes, see ya. That's nothing important. Sorry, Tsubaki, I have to go now. Azikun. Sorry, Tsubaki was forcing her lips shut, swallowing her attention. What? Well, yeah? Can you lend me that CD? Sure, no problem. I'll give you a couple days from now after I finish listening to it. Oh, sorry, I'll give it to you a couple days from now after I finish listening to it. Was that really it? Great. Then I'll see you at school tomorrow. Uh, it seems like she's still hiding something. Oh well, who cares? She's hiding in that she loves you. After saying goodbye, I left for the skating rink. Uh, and it was 2 stations from Central Boulevard by train. The skating rink is a complex building smack dab in the middle of the Central District. It was regular ice rinks as well as special ones for ice hockey and figure skating, and it's even kept open year round. Um, and wow, with the amount of media attention Canon has been receiving recently, it's not surprising that Tomenbitsu City is going all out with its sports facilities. It was 6:30 already. It's almost time to clear out the regular customers and make the complex into a facility solely dedicated for reserved practice time. Um, I got in after explaining to security that I was a relative of Canon. And of course, during these athletes on the ice during their rigorous training is strictly forbidden. I sat in the stands and silently observed the practice. Hey, Nissan! A carefree voice came from the direction of the ring. I couldn't see her coaching me, so it was probably break time. Um, Nissan, look. Uh, um, oh, very nice outfit at least. It's kind of gracefully slide around the track, not even wearing a coat. Uh, it's she's a figure skater. She's not supposed to be wearing a coat. I mean, like, seriously, he clearly has not seen any figure skaters before. Because, like, a figure skater, they wear, like, swimsuit type outfits, literally, like, I don't know much about figure skating, but the only reason I would say they would wear are kind of like swimsuit type ones, well, outfits, is so that there's like less weight on them, and so like they could execute like better routines, and it's like doing like a quad jump, if possible, or maybe like a triple jump. Whereas if they had like a coat on, the triple jump, would be like impossible maybe. And that's like literally the only thing I can think of on why they don't wear coats. Hey, why are you playing? It's not a game. It's compulsory figures. Compulsory figures is an event where an athlete has to etch a pattern onto the ice. Yes. Although it was suitable for TV broadcast, the event has been excluded from most competitions. Sorry, since it was unsuitable for TV broadcast, the event has been excluded from most competitions. Practice is gonna be over soon, so wait for me. Cannon was on one leg, going in a circle. Occasionally, she would change the direction of the curve, slowly tracing out a symbol on the ice. Due to its slow nature, it doesn't look like all that fancy. I'm getting bored here, but for Cannon, it's a really important test of her skills. It was all done. To keep on practicing even during break, impressive. Wait till you get a load of this. Cannon faced me while skating backwards. It's the skates traced as 2 parallel lines with complete ease. Wow, have you gotten better or something? I gave her an obligatory compliment. I'm going to spin now. Pivoting off that moment, she began to spin. But it would appear that she didn't generate enough momentum and suddenly stopped shortly thereafter. Wow, that looked really good or something. Nissan, if you're always half-hearted like that, Nachan's gonna get angry, you know. Oh. Well, I'm not a judge or anything, so I don't really know. Yeah, exactly. You can't expect somebody that doesn't know, like, figure skating and to know to do figure skating or say comments on figure skating. No. Still, it seems like you've lost some weight. Yep, thanks to that I can jump even higher now. Oh, yeah, and also, yeah, like, weight would be, it then based on that. Like, cause that's like, the coat would be, like, kind of heavy and weigh you down. And so, yeah, that's, that's it, most likely it. Height, 5 feet, 3 inches. Body shape well proportioned. And however, it was her long limbs that gave her the edge in figure skating. Whoa! Then she tried executing a second jump and she lost her balance. Hey now, don't get too cocky and injure yourself. If I got hurt, heard you'd come take care of me, right? She chatted as she came over to the seats. Uh, aren't you cold? No, I'm perfectly fine. Um, yeah, then I guess that they also have to be resistant to the cold. The thing you're wearing, is that your competition costume? Yep. Is it okay to be wearing that right now? The big day's coming up, so I have to wear this while practicing. In a month and a half, Kenan would be entering a competition, and that is said to be used to select the Olympic participants. But the main reason I'm wearing it today is because I want you to see it. Um, she had her arms and hugged me tightly. Hey, watch it. What? Look at your feet. Those really sharp blades almost cut my toes off. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be like the main reason why he would deny it. He slice them, dice them. What the heck is wrong with you? Like, seriously? Uh, I think that I played 2 games of Murderers in Training. Like, her, and then in Azalea the Eternal. I believe it would be a Kyoto or something like that. It's whoever beats it's the people with a fan, and I just know that that would be the murderer in training, and I forgot the name. Um, this girl has a weird sense of humor. Though to be fair, I probably don't remember the name because she's a freaking murderer in training, and this girl has a weird sense of humor. Um, More like she's a murderer in training, and I guess she's gonna try to murder you if you don't pick her as like your bride or something. I guess. Oh yeah, where's Mama? Um, Coach, she's in a meeting right now. Really? She's really busy, huh? I wanted to say hi at least. Well, that's because Nanshan just went to Canada, right? Uh, since foreign train, since my foreign training is done, then they're talking about my direction about the direction they want to take with me. What direction do you want to go in? I don't know, but I'm definitely going to the Olympics. She's a simple one, isn't she? Uh, Yeah, she wants to go to the Olympics. That's pretty much it. Hey, listen to my popularity plan. Plan? The plan to become even more famous so people so that more people will come to watch Non-Chan's performances. Great, what comes next? That's it. That's a vague plan, but it's so like you. I'm sure you'll be fine. Kenan returned to the skiing rink once again, smiling all the while. Now that I'm gonna show you my quad jump too. You mean the loop? Quad loop. Quad jump refers to the Kupo Lutz, an extremely difficult jump that has never been successfully performed in any public women's competition around the world. The jumping itself is easy. Landing the damn thing is the hard part. I've always fallen down before, but I'm sure I can do it if you're watching, Nissan. And hey, don't try if you can't do it. It hurts when you fall, doesn't it? But I'm gonna be even more popular if I pull it off. That only works if you succeed. Everyone loves it when you bring out new techniques, so I have to try my hardest to make it work. Ken started skating again, full momentum. Nissan, I'm starting now. Wait, I'm getting called. It's probably Miki-chan again. Geez, there's a limit how much you can disrupt my life, you know. Hello? Whenever I heard the voice coming through, however, when I heard the voice coming through the receiver, I couldn't help but hold my breath. Nissan, are you finished yet? Ken was nowhere near my radar. I'm sorry, I'm jumping. You'll be sorry if you miss it. After the call disconnected, I said one thing to her. Sorry, something came up. What? Wait. Ken stopped her feet. The sound of crushed ice reached my ears. My mindset had already changed. My carefree time in the surface world was already over. Because that was a call from Azai Gunzo, summoning me to his quarters. Oh, yes. The city's southern district is really quiet. It's a tranquil, high-class district with newly built homes lined up one after the other. Each of the many mansions is so spacious and luxurious that it creates the illusion that one isn't even in Japan anymore. The pedestrian count is remarkably really low, and I only occasionally pass us by a cop patrolling on a bicycle. What the? They don't even have enough money to go put them into a cop car? What the heck? The luxurious stores are all bear the metal plates of various protection agencies, sparing not even the space for an insect to pass through. It's an area, yeah, that suitably demonstrates it's the power of people who live here and control the city. Uh, after around an hour, I run at Gunzo's estate. No matter how often I come here, I still get nervous. Uh, oh god. When I pressed the doorbell, a maid quickly answered. It's Kiyose. Is my father in the house? Uh, this does not sound good. Um, but at least I get to meet the guy, well, the father. After a few more minutes, I was allowed through the gate. Two expensive black cars were parked on the grounds. I looked at the pond as I walked through the hall. On the way, I met a few of Gunzo's subordinates and greeted them. Gunzo is having dinner with the guests right now. I was commanded to join them for a drink. I can only follow instructions. I finally arrived at the door of the guest room. Light leaked out from beyond the sliding door. I didn't hear a conversation. Instead, I heard the sound of alcohol rapidly flowing through someone's throat. Without a doubt, that man awaited me on the other side. Pardon the interruption, sir. It's Kiyose. After a short while, Azai Gunzo released a deep sigh that resembled the braying of an animal. May I join you? No, I heard there was guests, but I couldn't sense anyone else in there. Enter. I immediately sensed something abnormal. You're here. A series of extravagant dishes had been strewn about the Tammy mats. It's been a long time. I sincerely apologize. In this traditional room, a man who appeared to be a guest lay before me. He was bleeding from the forehead and was lying down flat on the table. As I I gazed at the man, unsure whether he was dead or alive, and put on a mask of indifference. How have you been lately? There have been no problems worth mentioning. No problems at all. Before my father, before Asa Gunso, I'm used to the sight of blood. On the corner of the table laid a crumpled business card. Media Station, First Planning Department, and Executive Producer. I think I've heard his name before. Every Monday at prime time, he airs popular dramas with over 20% viewer rates. This guy's pretty famous. Both his personal and work lives are riddled with impressive exploits. There's no person in the entertainment world who wouldn't wag his tail, his or her tail for him. What's wrong? Does this bother you? No. If he gave out his card, that means this is the first time they've met. This guy is far too arrogant for his own good. You haven't changed, father. Kenna is famous as a beautiful figure skater. She's even been in a few commercials. If Gunzo called this man arrogant, then it's probably not his personality. It's likely because of a problem with a contract. At any rate, my father just submerged someone into a sea of violence upon their first meeting. Someone of rather prominent stature, no less. When I was younger, I always wondered why he could bend the rules like that. Ah, seems like this man is still alive. Do you think you're just gonna get away with doing something like this to me? Gonzo glanced at the man as he picked up a piece of sashimi unrivaled in taste. I'm gonna tell my lawyer. No, screw that. The police. I'll wipe you away, you scumbag. I'll wipe you from the face of the earth. Gonzo laughed gleefully. Your daughter's about 20, correct? Gonzo took another swallow of delicious sate. I can understand what Gonzo is thinking. It's too late now. Those who have never experienced true danger threatening to call their lawyers or the police at the first sign of hostility seems completely logical. Only it's too late. The police won't move until something has happened. And a lawyer can't be by one's side 24/7. So you think you'll be satisfied after your daughter finds herself shipped off to the highest bidder and some of our worthless thugs do time in jail for it? This isn't a dry threat. multitudes of delinquents under Gonzo's control are just licking their lips, desperately waiting to receive any order. Beasts who take pride in their time spent in custody. They're illogical creatures, men who don't even analyze the immediate future. They merely follow orders down to the letter. And great for doing puppets, for being puppet things. Well, sit down and have some sashimi. Blood is splashed here and there across the food. The blowfish looks particularly delicious, thank you, sir. The man's breath was as feeble as an insect, yet I picked up my chopsticks. Call an ambulance. Are you going to drink? No, alcohol is a bit. Save me. It's it's shochu liquor made in Kyushu. It's quite something. Really? Oh, well, this guy is on his last leg. Nevertheless, the two of us neglect him and enjoy our food. This is a relationship between Azai Gunzo and Azai Kiyose. Well then, what's today's command? I timidly cut to the chase. Gunzo tilted his head. You're carrying in the smell of a woman. Pardon? What's he talking about? No. Paying no mind to my refusal, he glared at me, emitting a unspoken suffocating pressure. I swallowed. I was fooling around with a classmate, Miwa Tsubaki, for a couple of days. That was it, really. She has no money, so I have no real interest in her. Genzo glared at me once again. He's almost 6.5 feet tall. The giant execrated intimidation from his every pore. Is there something I miss? Not that woman. I may have been around, but not Tsubaki. I've met with Kanon. Yes, she told me. Gunzo took a furious swig of the liquor. Kanon is different from, Ikkyo. She has spirit. Ikkyo is Kanon's mother. I call her Mama when I'm at school or speaking with Kanon. She's a figure skating coach. Also, she was Gunzo's lover long ago. In other words, even though Kanon was his only daughter, she was still merely the child of a mistress. Gunzo's real wife died a while ago. I never met her. Kanon didn't know about this, and obviously Gunzo and Ikkyo live separately. Kanon's personality is much more similar to yours than her mother's. Stubborn and arbitrary. That girl would turn out to be quite profitable. Yes, she's a candidate for the Olympics. Publishers and production companies are constantly knocking at the door. If she does manage to get in, foreign media will undoubtedly be interested in coverage. Her future is looking bright. As a front organization, we at the Azai Corporation should consider using her as a powerful PR tool to help improve our image. Gunzo gave a satisfied nod at my suggestion. About Kanon. Gunzo opened his hairy fist. The atmosphere in and the room suddenly became unpleasant. Listen, Kiyose. When he called my name and my anxiety peaked. What the, uh, uh, what? What the heck? What is wrong with this guy? Like, seriously? What? That, in an instant, the strong man in front of me turned into a detestable monster. If you want to do what you want, then you have to eat her up. How can a father even say this? Like, yeah, like seriously. What the heck? You just went on. That'll probably be the title of this episode. It's just like, what the heck even is this? Like, seriously. How can such a father exist? And I also marked myself saying, what the heck is this? As like the title thing. Because in the parentheses, if it's actually words, then yeah, I will use those as titles. Even if she's illegitimate, Kana still has flesh and blood. To have his foster son engage in such intimacies, one must question the man's sanity. You have to milk as much money as possible from her. They may be about all about logic and self-interest, but women are different. You got that? I gave an ambiguous nod. I don't care how you do it. Just pretend to love her, or even make your rightful wife for all I care. The most important thing is to establish a sexual relationship. Women place too much importance on that kind of thing. It's the easiest way to make those creatures obey you. And as I get through this, as I am thankful that the time's up now. I'm really questioning on playing this again, actually. Like, yeah. I may have a warning on this, say, like, explicit content on this. Like, so far, nothing actually explicit, like, nudity has shown up, and I don't think that will happen. But, like, yeah, it's definitely really, explicit. Cause just like I have never seen anything like this. Yes. But I guess please like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoyed the 15th hour. And I'll see you guys for the 16th hour. Welcome